Wouldn't it be great to create a task, a subtask, or a comment on ClickUp using Jotform Tables buttons? Well, that is possible. Let me show you how right now. Welcome to Jotform. My name is George, and I'm going to show you how to add a button on Jotform Tables to create a task, a subtask, or a comment. The idea is to use these buttons to only send the data that we need. On the other hand, if we integrated directly the Jotform form into ClickUp, that would create a task every single time that someone fills out the form. Now, one of the big benefits of this is that it's not going to create one of these ClickUp tasks, subtasks, when a form is submitted. That would be kind of crazy. The idea of these buttons is to only create the task if we click on the button. So let me show you how to do this. Let's go ahead and create a form for testing purposes. We're going to use a template. In this case, I'll just go ahead and use this one. It would be advisable that you add elements that you actually want to use on ClickUp. That means elements like, for example, the due date, priority, assignees, name, description, etc. In this case, I want to show you how to integrate. We're going to use this one. Let me go ahead and preview this form to fill it out. I'm going to fill it out twice so we get demo data that we can use for this demo purpose. Okay, so I just filled it out once more. Let's go ahead and submit this. Let's go into our Jotform tables. Here we go, tables, and we're gonna have two submissions that we filled out. The idea is to only send and create a task depending on the submission that we receive, not for every single submission. Now, to do this, we're gonna go all the way to the right. We're gonna click on add, and we're gonna go into buttons. In this case, we're gonna send data to other apps. Go ahead and select it. Go next, and this is going to be create a task, okay? You can name it whatever you like. This is just for locating it later on, okay? Let's find ClickUp. Here it is. Go ahead and select it. And in this case, I'm already integrated, but if not, go ahead and use another account like I'm gonna show you right now. In this case, I'm already logged in. If not, go ahead and log in and select the workspace that you want to create these tasks for, okay? Let's connect to the workspace. Here we go, and we have three actions. One is create a task, a subtask, or create a comment. In this case, we're gonna get started with this one, but we're gonna use each single one of these, all right? So select the workspace. In this case, I only have one. Choose a space. I'm gonna choose this Jotform testing one. Choose a folder. I'm gonna use my folder, and I'm gonna choose a list. In this case, I only have one, which is this one right here. Go into list. Here it is, all right? Now, we're gonna connect our data with ClickUp. So in this case, the name on ClickUp, it's gonna be the name from our submission. In this case, you can use full name, first name, or last name. I'm gonna use full name for the first one. Add new element, I'm gonna use the description. But remember, I told you there's a due date, priority, and status that you can also add those elements on your form or on Jotform tables. In this case, it's the description. And for this, I'm gonna use the address, okay? I'm gonna keep it simple just for testing purposes. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's go ahead and save it, and it's going to create a column. Here we go, create a column. And now we have this data right here. So this is what we have as of now. Let's go ahead and send out this data, which is this one right here, text box, sample text box, all right? Let's go send it out. Let's go to ClickUp, let's go to list. And here it is, text box, text box. It just created this one for us. Now let's create the second one. The name is the one I already have already, so I'm gonna just change it here so you can see how it works. Let's go ahead and send this data. And here we go. It's now created. We created two tasks really easily. Like I mentioned before, the idea is to only click on this button for the submissions that we want to create that task for. So it doesn't create a task for every single submission. Now, if we want to resend this to create a new task, we have the option here to resend, okay? Now, we're going to create a subtask. So for example, for this one right here, we're gonna use subtask because there's not one created right now. So let's go ahead and do so. Let's click on the add button, buttons. Again, send data to other apps. And we're gonna name this subtask, all right? So next. Now, in this case, since I'm already using ClickUp, I can go ahead and do it from here. If this is your first button for ClickUp, go ahead and add a new integration. In this case, I can add it from here. So that means that I can create different buttons for different situations with the integrations that I already have. We're gonna add a new button, okay? In this case, we're gonna create a subtask. Again, workspace, choose the space, folder, it's my folder, the list, choose the task. And in this case, we wanna add a subtask to this one, all right? Here we go, we're gonna connect. This one is gonna be only the first name, and the field for the description is going to be, for example, the phone number. Go ahead and save it. Here we go. Again, save. Create a column. And we have a second row of buttons. So in this case, it's going to create a subtask. Let's go ahead and do it with this data right here. And let's go to ClickUp. And here we go. It's just been created. Here we go. Here's the phone number for the description and the name right here. Now that was super easy, right? Now let's add a comment. So again, let's go into our Jotform tables, add a new row, buttons, send data to other apps. We're going to name this comment. Next, again, we're going to work with this one. If you haven't created one with ClickUp, you're going to add a new integration first. Okay. Go ahead and edit this one, add new one. We're going to create a comment. And again, we're going to choose the space, the subfolder, the list, and the task. For example, we're going to use this task again. And we have the option to type in the comment. We have the option to use a form field. So in this case, I'll use email. Let's go ahead and save it. Save it again. Create a column. And we got a third row of buttons now for the comment. So I'm going to send this one out, and it should send out this email as a comment. Where is it? Here it is. Test at test. So let's go into our workspace. Here it is. This was the one we selected, the activity. And here's the comment, test@test.com. Tell me that wasn't easy. So just follow these steps and you're going to be able to integrate with ClickUp super easily with these new Jotform table buttons. Well, please let us know here in the comments what you think about this integration and what you would like to see in the future. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification to get notified when new videos come out. And that's a wrap.